Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Philip Davis and I am the owner of Ancestry Lands. We're all about promoting generational wealth through land ownership and of course, sharing the best gardening tips and tricks for landowners just like you. So if that's got you shaking in your boots and gets you popping and locking, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss a thing. We've got a lot of amazing stuff planned for you that you're going to want to see. Now we all know our home is our sanctuary, our little slice of heaven. But what if I told you with a few simple tweaks? No, not that kind of tweak. We're talking about the tweaks that could turn your sanctuary into a fortress of self-reliance and fun. We've got some super simple, practically DIY survival projects that can help make a huge difference. And when I say simple, I mean it. We're not building a subterranean bunker or a rocket ship to Mars. Here are some projects that you can tackle this weekend with stuff you might already have lying around. The goal here is to boost your self-confidence, have a little fun, and maybe learn a new skill or two without needing a PhD in engineering or a workshop full of expensive power tools. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's turn your property into the ultimate survival paradise, one easy project at a time. It's going to be awesome. All right, first up on our list is the cornerstone of all survival community and just plain awesome backyard hangouts, the fire pit. Seriously. The ability to make fire is an original superpower. It gives you warmth, a way to cook your food, and a place to stare at while contemplating the universe, or at least what you have for dinner tomorrow. And it's a fundamental skill too. Having a dedicated safe spot to practice it is a total game changer for your property. It's the original television show and the programming is always top notch. So how do we build this magnificent centerpiece of primal power? I know you're thinking you might need your Scouts badge, but it's really easy. You're basically going to stack some stones in a circle, find a clear level spot away from trees or your house. Safety first, people. Then start laying your stones in a ring, building up walls. Now, here's a pro tip. Don't want to go to the emergency room, so I repeat, do not use river rocks that are wet. Those things have water trapped inside, and when they get hot, well, water turns into steam, builds up pressure, and boom. Now your relaxing campfire just turned into a spontaneous, very dangerous rock shooting gallery. To avoid becoming a cautionary tale for your neighbors, and the best bet is to use bricks for the inner fire, or at least aquarius stones that you know are dry and solid. They're designed to handle the heat without the explosive surprises. Once you've had your circle built up, you've just created the perfect spot for cooking, storytelling, and mastering the ancient art of making without the risk of shrapnel. Your eyebrows will thank you. Next up, let's talk about a project that literally pays you for every single effort and every single day in the form of delicious protein. I'm talking about chickens. Getting into a small flock of hens is one of the smartest moves you can make for food scarcity. You get a consistent supply of eggs, which are a nutritional powerhouse. Plus, they're fantastic for pest control. The manure is liquid gold for your garden compost. It's a closed-loop system of awesomeness, and you don't need to build some elaborate chicken palace from scratch. So the old forgotten shed in the corner of your yard, the one that's holding up the treadmill you swore you use, that's your future chicken coop. With a few modifications, you can transform it to a 5-star resort for your feathered friends. You'll want to add a couple of small windows for light and ventilation, some roosting poles for them to sleep in, and a few nesting boxes where they can lay their eggs in peace. Think of it as their private maternity ward. Then you'll need to set up designated feeding area and simple water container. A gravity-fed waterer is a great low-maintenance option. And that's pretty much it. You've got the repurposed old structure and a food-producing powerhouse. Honestly, chickens are the best roommates you'll ever have. They're quiet, well, not the roosters. They keep to themselves, and they're the only ones I know pay their rent and a fresh daily omelets. I like scrambled, honestly. You can't beat that deal. Okay, so you got your fire skills down and a fresh supply of eggs. Now let's level up your food preservation with a skill that's ancient as it is. Delicious smoking.
Yeah, boy.
Refrigerators. Smoking is one of the primary ways your ancestors preserved meat to last through the lean times, and I mean hard times. It dehydrates the meat and coats it with natural antimicrobial compounds from smoke, which all while infusing it with incredible flavor we all love. It's a science you can eat. Building a backyard smoker sounds intimidating, and I do have other videos on that. Here, you can construct a fantastic cold smoker with just a handful of cinder blocks and some scrap wood. You'll start by building a small base with cinder blocks to create a firebox off to the side. Then you'll run a simple stove pipe from that firebox slightly underground to the base of your smokehouse. This allows the smoke to be cool before it reaches the meat. The smokehouse itself is a simple frame structure that is made from untreated wood that's perfect. You'll want to make sure it's relatively airtight, but with a small vent at the top to let the smoke escape. Add some racks or hooks inside to hang your meat, and you're in business. Your neighbors will be drawn to you every year for cookouts because of the incredible smells that you've suddenly mastered the off-grid culinary arts. Anyone who ever tried to grow a garden knows it can be a bit of a gamble. One year you have more tomatoes than you know what to do with, and the next year, well, late frost or pesky bugs wipe out your entire crops. That's why diversifying your food source is the key. And honestly, one of the best long-term investments you can make on your property is planting a micro orchid. It's a fantastic way to supplement your food supply with something that's, once established, requires very little work, and you don't need a massive amount of space for it. You don't need a lot of acreage, especially when you get a property from ancestry lands. You just need a few trees. You can start with a variety that works best for your soil and climate. A couple peach trees, some native pawpaws, and classic apple tree, and a persimmon, say that backwards. The idea is to have fruits ripen at different times of the year, giving you prolonged harvest season. It's a long-term play, but the payoff is huge. There's nothing quite like walking down your own backyard and picking a fresh, sun-ripened fruit. Plus, you'll have so much that you'll be practically giving it away to friends and family. You'll become the friendly neighborhood fruit dealer. But citrus and fruits, and vegetables, not that kind of dealer. It's a pretty sweet side hustle and a great way to start making some money on the side. Every fall, I see neighbors meticulously raking up their fallen leaves in their yard, bagging them and putting them out to the curb to be hauled away like trash. It's really painful to see that because they're throwing away pure gold. Those leaves, along with your grass clippings and kitchen scraps, are building blocks for some of the richest, most nutrient-dense soil you could ever ask for. This brings us to our next project, the ridiculously simple compost pile. Creating a dedicated spot for compost is one of the most impactful things you can do for your garden and your overall self-sufficiency. A healthy garden starts with healthy soil, and compost is the ultimate soil conditioner. It improves structure, aeration, and water retention. It's teeming with beneficial microbes that can help your plants thrive. And starting a pile couldn't be easier. You can build a simple bin using 3 old wooden pallets screwed together to form a U shape. If you don't have pallets, you can literally just designate a corner of your yard and start a pile. Maybe covering it with tarp can help hold in some moisture and heat. Just layer your greens like kitchen scraps and grass clippings with your browns and like dried leaves and cardboard. Give it a turn with a pitchfork every now and then and let nature do its work. It's probably the only time in life where little things get all gross and rotten in your yard is not only acceptable but highly encouraged. Now let's talk about herbs. Herbs are amazing. They can be used for cooking, medicine, and honestly, many of them are great for attracting beneficial insects to your garden. But different herbs have different needs. Some love hot, dry, sun-baked soil, while others prefer cool, moist, and shady spots. So how do you cater to all those divas in one space? With a microbial herb garden, specifically a herb spiral. Designed to be as beautiful as it is brilliant, you can use bricks or stones to build a spiral-shaped raised bed that slopes upward towards the center. These simple structures create a variety of microclimates. The top of the spiral gets the most sun and has the best drainage, making it perfect for those sun-loving Mediterranean herbs like rosemary, thyme, and oregano. As you spiral down, the soil stays more moist and gets more shade, which is ideal for herbs like parsley and mint. It's super efficient use of space, and honestly, it looks incredible. You could pack a huge variety of plants into a tiny footprint. Building it is a fun weekend project, and just laying the spiral pattern and stacking stones. Once it's planted, you'll feel like you're kind of a garden wizard, tending to your spiral of magical herbs. You'll have fresh flavors right outside your kitchen door, ready for any culinary concoction or potion you can dream of. So we've covered food, water, and fire, but there's another crucial aspect of survival that often gets overlooked: hygiene. Staying clean is critical for preventing illness, and believe me, I'm a nurse. You don't need to have a fancy setup, just a well-stocked of dedicated hygiene bin. These projects isn't about building up something with your hands, but about building a resource slowly and thoughtfully over time. The concept is simple. You get a sturdy, waterproof container like a large plastic tote with a locking lid. Then every time you go to the grocery store, just buy 1 or 2 extra items for the bin. 1 week, it's an extra tube of toothpaste and a bar of soap. The next is a bottle of shampoo and a pack of wet wipes. You gradually add things like toothbrushes, deodorant, feminine hygiene products, hand sanitizer, and of course, the holy grail of panic buying, toilet paper. By adding little bit by little bit, you don't even notice the cost, and before you know it, you have a stockpile of essential supplies that'll last your family weeks, even months. Store in a bin in a cool, dry place like a basement or a closet, and it's a simple act of preparation that provides incredible peace of mind. And hey, when the next great toilet paper panic of whatever year hits, you can sit back and relax knowing you're the only one on the block who's not in a state of emergency. Our final projects are less about direct survival needs and more about improving the quality of your life on your property, again, bought by Ancestry Lands, and connecting with nature around you. First, let's look at pest control. Mosquitoes can ruin a perfect summer evening and are vectors for disease. Instead of using chemical sprays, why not recruit an elite team of silent flying ninjas that can take care of the problem for you? Talking about bats. Yes, a single bat can eat thousands of mosquitoes and other insects every night. Building a few simple bat boxes is fantastic and a fun project to do with the whole family. They're essentially just simple, narrow wooden boxes with a huge rough interior surface for the bats to cling onto. You'll find tons of free plans online. Mount them onto a pole or the side of a built-in about 15 or 20 feet off the ground and wait for your new tenants to move in. You'll get free 24/7 pest control and you're helping out a vital part of our ecosystem. It's a win-win. And finally, don't forget the simple joys and stress relief. For me, it's about setting up an archery target made from stacked bay hails in the safe part of your yard. The simple, repetitive motion of drawing a bow and loosing an arrow is incredibly calming and meditative. It's a way to clear my head and connect with a timeless skill. Whether it's archery or horseshoes, it can just be a quiet place to sit. Creating spaces for simple recreation is a vital part of making your property a true sanctuary. And there you have it, folks. 8 simple, small-scale projects that can make a huge impact on your self-reliance and the enjoyment of your property. As you can see, you don't need a giant budget to a master's degree in construction to start making meaningful improvements. Each of these projects, from the fire pit to the bat boxes, is a step towards building resilience. They're meant to inspire you, to educate you, and entertain you along the way. That's what Ancestry Lands is all about. We believe that land ownership is a powerful tool for building generational wealth, not just financially, but the wealth of skills, knowledge, and security you can pass down. Those simple projects are seeds and a legacy that you want to encourage you. When you hit that subscribe button and follow Ancestry Lands for more tips and tricks on land ownership, gardening, and becoming more self-sufficient. We're building a community of people who are taking control of their future, one project at a time. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with me today. I hope you're feeling inspired to get out there and start building. I want to hear from you. What are some of your favorite small projects? And what have you done in your property that's made a big difference? Share your ideas and success in the comments below. Remember, go to ancestrylands.com for properties, and you can also get our book, Getting Dollars from Dirt, A Beginner's Guide to Vacant Land Investing, available on Amazon. The links are description and below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
And remember, like and subscribe.